Hello, I am glad to welcome you to LEAD.GEN.USA, and this is your main source of knowledge about lead generation. In today's video, I want to discuss what lead generation is, what its main goals are, the opportunities it presents, and what it is generally for. If anyone is not aware, if you want to develop in this field, if you have your own business and have no idea what leads are, or if you've encountered leads and don't know how they are created or generated, today I will explain it to you in this short video. I have prepared a few questions for myself to which I will provide answers, but first I want to ask you, please make sure to leave comments under this video, your questions, and selectively we will prepare answers for the next videos. This will be useful for both you and our other viewers. So let's go. What is lead generation? It is the generation of potential clients, specifically those who are interested in your services. How does lead generation differ from regular advertising setup? Basically, lead generation is a specific solution for a specific task in a specific niche. Here, the main target factor is obtaining the contact of an interested potential individual. Contact can be made through writing in messengers, writing in social networks, or submitting a contact form. The goal, strategy, is to get the contact of a potential client at the lowest possible cost. Unlike advertising campaigns, the main distinction here is that our key goal is specifically obtaining leads, acquiring contacts. If we take just the setup of advertising campaigns, there are absolutely many, different goals for advertising campaigns that will be considered successful. That is, maximizing people's engagement, maximizing their interest, promoting the brand, and so on. Here, the advertising tool is primarily used to ensure that as many people as possible learn about you. The goal is to reach as many people as possible, and you can do this through various means. For example, using content marketing takes advantage of social networks, algorithms to promote content and popularize both the brand of the company and personal brands. You can also achieve this through an advertising budget on platforms like Meta, Google Ads, and so on. The main objective of lead generation is to obtain contacts of potential clients who are specifically interested in a certain service. There are a huge number of agencies that specialize in this. Basically, all these agencies have one trait, which is that they have some experience in a specific niche or several niches. So for example, you are in the furniture business, you are involved in construction or real estate, you are a real estate agent. In your niches, there are effective marketing combinations that provide quick results and a fast start. Another difference, by the way, between regular advertising and lead generation is the effectiveness, ineffectiveness, and the speed of obtaining results. You can enter with your hypothesis to test it against ready-made solutions or spend a certain amount of advertising budget to find a working marketing combination that will generate the necessary leads and get a quick first result literally within 2 to 3 days after the launch. You are already receiving the first leads and you see feedback from the market. Your product is interesting, your services are interesting, and so on. In the case of advertising settings, it is a long-term story. This means you may not see results for a month, you only see reach, likes, and audience growth, but no sales. This is related to the fact that you are building an audience, and they are being warmed up. That is, they are further warmed up by your content, they get used to you, and then they start reaching out on their own. Both tools are good, both tools are excellent. However, when combined, they may not yield super results. The advantage of traditional advertising is that you get a long-term strategy where more people learn about you and you receive high-quality leads, roughly speaking, as if through recommendations, which leads to sales. But the main downside is that it is a long-term strategy, meaning these leads can be expensive and may come to you later. If you take lead generation, you literally only need an advertising budget of $50 a day and you will start receiving 1, 2, or 3 leads a day, depending on your niche, city, and the cost of basic leads. You will already be getting feedback. The advantage of lead generation is that it is quick and effective. Therefore, if you are engaged in a specific business or niche, it is better to reach out to those who provide these services. It specializes precisely in your niche. If you are an expert planning to start activities in lead generation, my recommendation is to specifically focus on a certain business, on a particular niche, to achieve maximum effective results. If you spread yourself too thin across all types of businesses, you may not achieve the best results. The advantage of lead generation, as opposed to advertising, is the quick results and minimal investment. You immediately understand whether the product is needed or important. However, the downside is that the leads are cold. In simple terms, people do not know about you.
They come for a specific offer based on a particular request or need. For example, if we take the furniture business, such as manufacturers of kitchens or those who sell kitchens, the offer might be to find out the cost of your kitchen. This means answering a few questions or leaving your contact information to receive a calculation of the cost of your kitchen. Essentially, this is the pain point, the most important question that everyone asks when they are in the process of acquiring a kitchen. And we hook them precisely at this moment. But these guys know absolutely nothing about your company, about you. They see a huge number of other ads. In lead generation, it is important for it to be effective and of high quality and to have maximum return so that you have a strong sales department. Well, what does a strong sales department mean? At the very least, you should have a person who is specifically engaged in sales and there is an understanding of how to properly build a sales funnel and in general everything in business so that your sales funnel is set up correctly. You shouldn't try to sell to someone over the phone as if you were recommended to them. If a person is calling based on a recommendation, you can immediately tell them the price and offer a discount of 3 to 10%, which will likely lead to a 70% chance of them buying simply because they were referred to you. In contrast, if the person does not know you, they are drawn in by their own needs and you need to further reveal the value. It is important to support all of this, preferably with case studies, showcasing your work, experience, knowledge, and so on to address their specific problem. In general, how can one set up advertising by themselves? Whether you are an entrepreneur, a marketer, or just starting out, everyone in this market can earn money. For entrepreneurs, if you want to figure out how to set up advertising on your own, there are ready-made bundles and effective tools available. For example, let's take my agency as an example. We create a survey website, which is a kind of questionnaire that potential clients fill out, answering questions about what exactly is needed. For example, if it involves furniture in the kitchen business, what type of kitchen, what is the budget, what size of kitchen is planned, and so on, how urgently it is needed, and the correct offer, meaning the right advertising headlines that specifically address these questions. For instance, a person sees an advertisement, let's take Instagram or Facebook as an example, clicks on the ad, lands on the website, answers the questions, and at the end leaves their contact information to receive a cost estimate. The entrepreneur who sets up the advertising sees this request, calls the person, and conducts a consultation, and so on. The setup occurs as follows. If you want to study this independently without using the services of an agency like mine, which has ready-made solutions, you will need to spend a considerable amount of advertising budget to achieve any results. Because in general, it takes about 3 days from setup to launch, and by the 3rd day, the first inquiries start coming in. Accordingly, the choice is yours. You can figure it out yourself, spend your own money and time on it, and then you won't have to pay agencies for it, as you will already be an independent entity. Either turn to specialists and achieve results. But my recommendation, my most important recommendation, is that if you are going to consult specialists, make sure they have experience in your field, in your niche. As a lead generator, I strongly advise against using lead exchanges because they simply gather potential contacts from all over the world, resulting in a very low conversion rate, especially if you do not have a strong sales department. If you have a strong sales department, you need to keep a large number of people busy somehow, while they spend exorbitant amounts on advertising budgets that could be better utilized. I have clients who sell kitchens through cold calls, for example, in the kitchen sector. They simply call from a database of the target audience, meaning people of a certain age, men, women, and so on, and make sales of kitchens. Therefore, all means are good, all means are necessary. Write your comments here under the video. We will definitely explore this topic even more in our future videos. On LEAD.GEN.USA, you will learn as much as possible about lead generation in our upcoming videos. Subscribe. Thank you.